Unlocking Real Superpowers.
First of all, let's talk about what superpowers are. We know what Spider-Man or whoever has the superpower. Won't go into those. We could talk all day just about those superpowers. But what I'd like to talk to you about is real superpower, things that extend the ability of a human. And to get the right focus on this, let's go back to our grandparents, or say 100, 200 years, whatever's a nice thing there. I've been alive for 69 years now, and it's seeing just incredible change, but I don't think of it often, except for when I start looking at what was happening just before I was alive, and that kind of history and how much things have changed from, say, the early 1900s until today. Even more if you go back, because there was some great growth in the late hundreds. And so then you go back many hundreds or thousands of years without much changing on a regular basis for the average person. Number one being, you would be born, grow up with working, helping. The family was almost a production unit of trying to keep themselves alive, survive, maybe get some school, and then get out in the fields and make sure there was enough to eat for the family, whether or not there's the hunting and there's the other occupation. But that was it. And then after a good 25, 30 years, you're gone. People lived longer, but it was rare. And the number that died young made the average age extremely low. And now we keep our babies alive a lot better than we used to, probably 10 times better than 100 years ago in most of the world. And right there, that's changed the average age up, because you don't have all those statistics of the young ones dying. And then we extend in other ways. So it's very common to see somebody with glasses today, and nobody had glasses. I would not be able to talk to you if I was not cyber enhanced, because I would have kicked the bucket a long time ago with my eyesight if I didn't have modern contact lenses. About half the time I'm complaining that I have to blink and they aren't quite right. The rest of the time, I am just so genuinely grateful for having this, because I lived for years with glasses, and then with the first contacts I had were horrible. Now I don't take them out. I've been enhanced, and my tested eyesight now is better than the horrible eyesight that I had without the contacts. My eyes seem to have developed and grown in that way. It's a very small thing. Hearing aids is another thing like that can totally change somebody's life, and prosthetics of all kinds. But let's get into what's really changed us all, and that's our smartphones. Imagine there was a time, can you remember? I have a hard time remembering it. I will watch a movie and see somebody have to go someplace to find a phone. I've given a lot of thought of that. When I was a kid, you didn't make a phone call unless you were home and your friend was at home. That's not how it is now. You can communicate with anybody instantly all the time. We can travel. You used to stay in a very small place. So when we start looking at the future, which is what we're here to talk about, I think we have to be grateful for the fact that we've come so far so fast. I watched a video clip, and we're going to try to insert that here, that has somebody describing the fast development of robots. And over 10 years' time, how robots that we were just so impressed with that they were able to operate at all got better and better.
Things turn into information. Think about your desk 20 years ago, calculator, all of the different things on your desk that are now an app on your phone. Things turn into information, and information trends towards its marginal cost of production. The marginal cost of production, with artificial intelligence moving at the rate it is, trends towards free. And so you have this force of good in the world that we all use, the technology that's actually We use technology to free our time. Same reason I use technology in my businesses is to make more value, to deliver more value to society. And if I don't do that construct, my business fails. And so you have one path that's trying to do that and another path that's fighting that. And so I'll show you this video. This is 10 years ago, Boston Dynamics. 7 years ago. One year ago. This year. And again, in that, ask yourself if you saw the video 10 years ago, would you have predicted today?